Hi guys, here's my next stream. Working on the track. I was working also in the previous one. So I think first thing I'm gonna try to fix is gonna be this brake, which is not fully working. In particular, transition to the kick and bass part here. So yeah, let's have a listen and see what we can do. I'm more or less satisfied very roughly with how this is going here. So the break, how the break starts, kind of flows out from the kick and bass part, and then transforms and flows into the next part. In particular, this kind of lead I found handy, so kind of evolves during the break. Also, the next part is kind of okay. The problem is these last 8 bars here, it's just repetition of this, so nothing is happening there. Kind of boring. And this break comes out of nowhere, so it's not connected at all to this part. And I explained in the previous stream that the problem is that the beginning of this break was designed, let's say, to flow out of this part. So the beginning actually of this break is identical to this one. Well, almost identical. I added a few things already, but apart from that, it's very similar. Okay, I removed these 2 bits and added this one. Other than that, it's identical, I think. So it doesn't work, kinda. Okay, with this kick thing, it's a bit better, but it's nothing like here. Which is kind of just thing flowing further. I might need to adjust this transition, and then the break itself is a little bit. So the main part kind of starts here. And then it goes into this lead. But again, this first part of the break kind of doesn't really work yet with this. So basically I need to improve these 8 bars to add some variation, maybe change the lead or add some new sounds. And then work on this transition sort of, and then work on the transition to the main lead. So that's kind of a problem right now. And apart from that, the ending of the track is, of course, is nothing like a finished thing, just a few leads. But yeah, this is for later. So let's see if I can do anything about it. as you see, it's a kind of tedious process to try to find a lead. I'm not really efficient right now. Like I could just sit and play something on the keyboard, edit a little bit, and then try to find something real. But right now I'm just clicking here and there to try to find something. But yeah, let's see how it works from the very beginning, because you always have to look at things in context. Sometimes you listen to 1 bar or 8 bar section and it just seems nice, and then you listen to it in the context or like a whole section, and then it just doesn't work. So that's why I'm listening over and over again these long sections, just to make sure that it works. So let's see. So you see right now I'm not really producing new sounds, I'm just trying to use sounds already produced. So yeah, let's say I had this phase in this track where I was just constantly experimenting with sounds, trying different presets, bouncing them, applying effects, cutting them, etc., etc. But right now I'm more in this arrangement mode where I'm just trying to make sounds fit. So of course at some point if you see no sounds fit or you just want to sound fresh perspective, and like you have some inspiration to play with a synth or browse through presets, then of course I would go for this. But right now I'm trying to see if I have anything which would suit the track. Like this lead I've just kind of forgot completely about it, or effects rather. So maybe I should move it to the effects section. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, so I have a bit of a performance issue. So here's this meter which measures CPU performance, and yeah, you see it's at 40%. So this vital synth is really, really hungry. Yeah, that's why like the last in the recent time, as you see, I'm bouncing everything, so most of the channels are actually audio. So I will make something here in the instrument section or instrument tracks, and then I will just bounce it. But the problem with bouncing is that of course it's very flexible in a way that you can then chop the sample and move it around and everything. But if you have this really leads and melodies, it becomes a bit tedious with bouncing, because sometimes you just want to adjust a note or two, like you saw me doing here in this section. I was constantly trying to adjust some melodies, some notes, and I'm not even done there, so I can't just bounce right now. So I have to keep it as an instrument. And especially if you wanna these long leads or developing leads, developing melodies, and also if you want to harmonize it. Sometimes you notice, okay, something is not working harmonically. I need a bit of different chords, so I need to again adjust my notes. So in the ideal world, I would have more instruments, but yeah, this Vital is really hungry. So if I switch it off here, see it disappears, and already the consumption is much less. So when I switch it on, it's 20% CPU. Jesus, like what could it be? What could you be doing for 20% CPU? Like I don't have, the computer is pretty old. Let's say, I don't know, 10 years, maybe more, around 10 years. But I mean, it's 24 gig RAM, 3.4 gigahertz, i5, 4 cores. I mean, it's not the worst computer ever, but just one little VST consumes like 15-20%. That's incredible. Then of course I have this Ozone 9, which I don't really need right now. It just acts as a maximizer, so I could save that. Okay, Absinthe, don't really need it. Where are you, Absinthe? Yeah, here, so I can just disable it. What else? Oh, interesting, still there. How come? I don't get it. Instrument 16. Oh, maybe it's an effect. No. Yeah, anyway, I have no idea what's going on. Replicas, take some. But yeah, Vital, have to live with it, I think. So yeah, if there are some dropouts and cracks, this is because of this. Anyway, yeah, so what I wanted to do, actually, the main part here is actually from the same instrument, I realized, and this is the part, so I can just try to, I told before that I want to connect it better, and this main part starts sort of here. So I can try to bring some of the notes, some of the themes, so 1 or 2 notes already here, so that it kind of feels more cohesive and connected. But for this, I have to move this away. I mean, this is a bit messy, the whole thing here. It's a constant struggle to keep everything tidy. Right now, it got out of hand and is pretty messy right now. What is this? Okay, pretty messy right now. So yeah, I'll just have to live with this for a while, and then clean up once I'm kind of done. I like, once I'm done, just clean everything up, remove unused events, channels, blah blah blah. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I just want to show you this little rising pad, whatever. So the pad is just a repetition of the same sound over and over again. Without any processing, it sounds like this. But if you add, you can modulate it how you want. And so here I'm just changing the gain. So there's this mix tool plugin, just gain and some other basic stuff. So, but here it's just changing the gain, like pumping sound, ducking, you could say. So here's how it sounds in solo. So it adds some sort of movement to the whole thing. So here how it sounds in context. Yeah, so here as you see I increased the yeah, so now the kick is not hitting every quarter, but every eighth. So it's not da 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 da. So I have to remove these bass notes, otherwise they just clash. So now it sounds already much better. And here it's yeah, here it's so it's this horse beat. So I have to remove yeah, so usually I have one kick, 1/16 and then 3/16 bass, standard stuff. So when I'm here adding 1/16 bass here, I have to remove this middle bass note, so the second, while here I have to also remove the third. So so the only bass note you would have is the second, so you just have 1/16. Yeah, so I have to, yeah, just remove these two always, and I'm having just one note. So yeah, here that when you remove bass, it's kind of dry, just a kick. But with the bass, even if it's just 1/16 in this section, for example, yeah, it still gives something. So yeah, it kind of feels this gap, right? So in the end, you will have bass, let's say low frequencies, always sounding however you distribute them between the kick and the bass. Alright, so I am just checking kind of visually that where there is a hole there is the bass, and let's say there is no bass where there is no hole. Okay, something is dodgy here, there is some clipping. Maybe not. Maybe not, maybe it's just generic dropout because this is overloaded. Anyways, let me just fix this part and then give it another listen, and maybe that's it for today. I have no idea. I think I'm doing this correctly. I hope so. Yeah, seems alright. Okay, and here, yeah, here is just so here there is no bass. There can't be any bass in the first part. Yeah, no bass for you. Here, just one little note can remain. The rest must go. Well, I could bring back something. Yeah, like this, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I might need to fine tune a little bit. It's just maybe not really working so well, but it's much better than having nothing. You know, you have to indicate that something is coming, something is changing the break. Also, ideally, you could bring about some changes here, maybe, or maybe add some kind of extra sound. I mean, it's pretty full, I think, right now. So, yeah, I'm not sure what else I could really add here. I think I had something here. No, there was something somewhere. Not sure anymore. So, some endless delay somewhere. I guess here, effects. Yeah, this is my effects section. Should I learn this stuff from Vince Electropnose? So this is how he's doing this, and it's pretty useful thing. So I'm just having one channel, or rather based on what he told me, I kind of developed this for myself. So I'm having, let's say, an effects channel here where I'm just having all the effects. So I will bring here my raw sound, and then I will start playing around with the effects, and then just bouncing or recording on a different channel here, record effects. So I can have some kind of piece of audio, and I can process it in millions ways, and record it, and then just, as I showed, like record many different things, and then just like you saw, try to use it. So all these sounds I somehow created, and they are sitting there, and when I'm seeing, okay, something is missing somewhere, I can just try to to revive this or other sound and see if it can kind of fill the void. Let's see. Okay, this is a bit still not really working. So not really working, but as I said, so starting from here all the way here works. Here this transition already kind of works now. What is missing is this sort of transition. Yeah, so yeah, that's how it is for now. I guess I will. Yeah, I will save the whole thing. So I'm saving. I will give it another. I'm always saving as a new version. I think it's 1.05 right now. So I will save it. I will bounce it, and then I can listen to it tomorrow with fresh eyes and fresh ears, and I will immediately know what's the problem and have some ideas to work on it later. Yeah, that's all. Bye.